Is a $175 bottle of wheated bourbon better than a $20 bottle?
Let's find out.
What is going on, everybody? Nathan here with the Everyday Drinker, and you guys asked for it, and here he is.
I'm back.
Andrew's back. You guys wanted more videos with Andrew, so I said, you know what? Why not? Give him a call. He's right down the road, right down the hallway pretty much, and he said, yeah, why not? Why won't I come over for another video? So here on the bar top today, we are doing higher proofed wheated bourbons to see which one will come out on top. Let me know in the comments below what your favorite wheated high proof bourbon is. Make sure you guys drop that like for Andrew. Make sure you guys drop that like for wheated bourbons. Make sure you guys drop that like for high proof bourbon. If you're also brand new, we're on the road to 20,000 subscribers. Make sure you guys drop that subscribe. If you guys want your Everyday Drinker hat, make sure you go check out the store below. And if you are brand new and you don't know about the Patreon, link is down below, so go check that out. But without further ado, you ready to start drinking?
I'm ready.
All right, so let's introduce the bottles that we have in front of us. All of these have been blinded by my wife. I have absolutely no idea what is in the glass. He has absolutely no idea what's in the glass, but we're gonna go A, B, C, D, and E. First bottle on the bar is gonna be the Maker's Mark Cellar Aged. This is 115.7 proof, and we just did a review of it. You just had a taste of it about, what, 2 weeks ago?
A little more than that, maybe a month ago.
What were your initial thoughts on the Weller, or the Makers?
I thought it was really good. I thought it was smooth, rounded, sweet. There was like literally almost nothing offensive about it at all.
Exactly, and that's how I felt when I did the review of it earlier in the week. And I figured, you know what? I've got this bottle finally. Let's do a blind with that. So the second bottle we're doing with it is another hard to find bottle. It's going to be the Weller Full Proof. This is coming in at 114 proof, and that was a killer bottle. I mean, we talk about all the time about the nose that bottle had when we first opened it. Absolutely, absolutely killer. Bottle number three. Bottle number three is going to be a Maker's Mark Private Select, and this one's coming in at 108 proof, so it's a little bit of a lower proof out of the 5, but I just want to see where a run-of-the-mill Maker's pick comes in against the Maker's Cellars Aged. Let's get into bottle number 4. Bottle number 4 is going to be the Wilderness Trail Duck Hunt, which is the Central Jersey Bourbon Society and my pick, coming in at 111.3 proof. So we're bumping back up into that proof, and this is a 4-year bourbon compared to an 11, 12, 7, 8, 5 to 7. So we're a little bit younger. And finally, the cheapest out of the 5, we've got Rebel 100 Wheated Bourbon. You guys know how much I love this bottle for mixing and everything, and I just want to see where this is going to come out on top. So let's get to drinking. As always, we're going to go A, B, C, D, E, and then we're going to fast forward, going back, and we're going to give you guys our rankings. His is probably going to be different than mine. Mine's going to be different than his. I highly doubt they're going to be the same.
No, that would be crazy.
That would be absolutely insane. But hey, you never know. But let's get into glass A here. All see what this has to offer. It smells nice.
I feel like the default thing I get on wheated bourbons is like honey. Right,
honey and sweetness, right? Yeah. A little floral, earthy note in there. That's just really nice. I get a little strawberry. A little like bright red fruits.
Yeah.
But there is a little bit of an ethanol kick in there as well.
Yeah, a tiny one.
It smells so nice though.
It's nice getting back to these glasses from last time because I thought I was going to break two little ones.
Yeah, I don't have enough of those. Had to do just regular Glencairns for this.
A few more patrons.
Yeah, yeah. I'm ready to get in the glass. Cheers.
Cheers.
That's so easy.
That's pleasant, yeah.
It's so easy. There's no burn to that. It's sweet. It does have a little bit of a bitterness at the very tail end of it.
Yeah. I get it on the back of my tongue, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Very back of my tongue, I'm getting a little tiny bit of a bitterness. But the initial sip is sweet and enjoyable. Mm-hmm. But then it rounds out to not the worst thing, but it's also like nowhere near the best.
Yeah. Yeah, I feel like when you get towards the back of your palate, it sort of mellows out into like a constant note. Mm-hmm. Is that like a little bit of that bitterness, and that kind of is what stays with you at the end of the sip?
I'm ready for 2.
But not bad.
Not bad at all. Not bad at all. Whoa, that is a maple syrup bomb.
Jeez.
Wow, that drastically different on the nose, these two.
Like a lot. The nose is a lot. But
I can smell this forever.
Yeah, but like in a great way.
Oh, yeah.
I don't think I get the same ethanol in the nose as the other one.
No, this does not have any ethanol burn at all. Wow. That's
Wow.
really enjoyable.
Yeah.
So much maple, so much sweetness. There's a touch of an oak in this. And I get a little citrus note in there, too. Wow, that is wonderful.
Shall we?
Let's do it.
I feel like I get more proof.
Definitely more
Right?
proof. Definitely more proof. There's definitely more proof. It's got a nice spice, exactly. There is a spice that goes right over the top of my tongue and off the roof of my mouth.
Right.
Wow, yeah. That has a little bit of a spice to it. There's some baking spices going on in that glass. And, I mean, that finish is still going.
Yeah, it's good.
It's good. That's a long, sweet finish. There's some bready notes in there, too. It's kind of like the crust of like a pie.
Yeah, like a graham cracker.
Yeah. Wow. That's wonderful. I'm putting that ahead of number one.
So far, we're the same.
Yeah. Yeah.
See how long it lasts.
We'll see how long. Exactly. Let's move on to number 3. Or letter C. Darker. Like cherries and
Definitely darker. And more muted.
a little bit.
The other
Yep.
one.
Plums. This is a darker nose.
Yeah. But definitely cherry. I'm getting cherry.
But I seem to be trying to search in this a little bit more than like
it's
number
harder.
2. It's a little bit harder to find those notes.
I'm getting a little burn on the nose.
There is a little bit of a burn, you're right.
I'm gonna go.
Yeah, go for it. All you did. I'm trying to find more things. I like the nose a lot, but I gotta get on the palate.
Whoa, so different. So much different than the first two.
That is a lot different.
Ugh, I don't know what I'm tasting. What is that? I guess it's just dark cherries.
There's a lot of cherry in that.
Right.
It's very like deep sweet.
Yeah. Almost on the medicinal side or not?
Almost on
What
the
would you say?
yeah, I would say. Yeah, I would put it almost in that medicinal side of like a dark, rich cherry. There's a little bit more oaky presence off of this too than the first two. I'm getting a little bit more of like a barrel char, but the finish is nowhere near as long as the second glass. It's already dissipated and disappeared, and I'm going back in for one more sip. It's interesting.
That one's not me. It's not.
And that's okay. That's all right. That's all right. I think I'm gonna have to do that and keep it
interesting.
in that kind of a position. But
Good, we're already diverging. This is good.
it could change. You never know. It could definitely change. I'm really excited for 4.
Yeah.
I think I can smell it already. Oh my god. That is a sweet caramel bomb. Butterscotch. This is candy in a glass.
I'm not getting a lot out of this one.
Wow, really?
Oddly enough. Not saying you're wrong, because I'm sure you're right. But,
I'm sure I'm probably wrong.
but I'm waiting for it to...
Oh my god, that smells so nice. It's so sweet.
I hope it is on the palate.
Smell your hand.
Smell my hand?
Smell your hand. And then go back in.
Whoa, that's a cool trick. Where'd you learn that?
It resets your mind and gives you a scent that you're used to. Because you're used to your own scent, I hope.
Who knows? Oh, that's cool. I never knew that. Thanks for teaching me something.
Your hand, anything different, like coffee grounds?
Yeah.
If you have like a bag of coffee grounds or like, coffee beans, smell that, reset your nostrils.
So I should just have coffee next to me while I drink
coffee
whiskey?
in your hand. It's
Okay,
so
I'm getting
sweet.
some now.
It's so sweet. While you're searching.
Hold, please. Be here a while. Sorry.
Whoa. Boom. That is so good.
That's smooth. It's so smooth.
It's so good.
You don't get the amount of spice and I think like maybe intensity of flavor as the second one.
No. I don't get any spice at all.
Right.
It's just like super. There's honey. There's graham cracker. It's like a Teddy Graham, like honey, like the honey Teddy Graham.
Oh yeah, yeah.
It's just like that.
Yeah.
Wow, that is spectacular.
It's really good.
That's spectacular. I jumped. I might have jumped the gun over 2, but I just don't know.
It's second for me right now, I think. But I can't wait to go back.
Yeah. And see, like, compare them side by side.
But yeah, there's like a velvety smoothness on that one that you
It's
can get on the
so,
other three.
so easy. Wow, that is incredible.
Rebel 100.
Rebel 100. Rebel 100. You never know.
You don't know.
Okay. All right.
Is this the last one?
This is the last one. That is rich. There's a lot going on in this glass.
Oh, I love this nose.
There's a lot going on in this glass.
Not because it blows you away like number 2's nose,
No.
but because it's rich, right?
It's like a molasses. Dark sugars.
That nose is rich.
I get like a creme brulee, like a burnt sugar.
Yep.
Some berries. Oh my god. This is orgasmic. This is the best. This is the best nose out of the 5. It's the best nose in my opinion. I think
darker. I don't know. I think I'm a sucker for the brightness on this one. It's so bright.
I love this nose so
pretty,
much.
It's pretty good.
Oh my god.
Pretty freaking
Cheers.
Good. Cheers. Oh, it's gonna be close.
That's so good. That's the one that
one's
really
thicker.
coated
Viscous.
your entire palate.
Yeah.
That one just took every nook and cranny in between your teeth, under your tongue, over your tongue, the grooves of the top of your mouth, and just sent them into a haywired spiral.
Yeah. Yeah. To me, that gives you the full body that you want
Yeah.
when you're drinking something.
It's tied right now, I think.
I think we have the same 3 that we like the most, but I don't know about the order yet.
We might. So I think we have to fast forward through this part of us going back through these, and hope you guys enjoy the music. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we have finished blinding this, and this was 100% the most difficult blind that I have personally ever done.
Yeah.
I don't know about you.
Yes. Yeah.
This was...
That's not for the camera. It's true.
No, like...
That was hard.
I went back and forth with probably 3 of them. I knew the one was a winner in my book. He went back and forth with the top 3.
Yeah.
And, it was very, very difficult. But let's find out this order, the ranking system. And in 5th place for me, I have A. What do you have?
I also have A.
All right, so I got to go down here in the bottles and find what A is. Please no. In 5th place,
No way.
Wilderness Trail Duck Hunt by Central Jersey Bourbon Society and the Everyday Drinker.
That's so shocking.
That's shocking. That is very shocking. But hey, things happen. Things happen. And that's okay.
We both had this weird, right, mesquite note.
Yeah, when we went back into it for the second time around, we both smelled it, and immediately I said, this has a weird barbecue note. And as I'm saying that, he said this has a barbecue Frito note.
Yeah.
And I'm like...
Which ordinarily isn't bad.
Not bad. It's not bad. Like, that's just... It's opening up. It's opening up. And you know what? We'll see where this bottle goes from time to time when you go back to it,
Well, we've had it on its own.
Yeah.
And we love it on its own.
And it's weird because, like, I don't know if your palate gets, like, changed when you try one bourbon to another bourbon to another bourbon.
I think it has to.
It has to.
It has to.
So, nonetheless, Wilderness Trail comes in 5th place. In 4th place for me, I have C. What do you have?
Same. I have C.
Okay, so C, Rebel 100. This was super soft and just approachable.
Yeah.
There was nothing wrong about that.
And I think that one had for me, there was more of a heavier medicinal note.
That did have a medicinal, like, cherry note. Yeah.
Which I don't love, the medicinal thing.
It wasn't my favorite thing. That's why these other 3 are in front of it. So let's find out what came in 3rd place. We're on the podium now. And in 3rd place for me was D.
My 3rd place was B.
B. So we're going to go off of mine, but D was the Maker's Private Select, which is interesting. Okay.
That is interesting.
So for me, we've got our top 2 bad boys.
Mm-hmm. And for me,
yours was...
I'm a schlub.
What letter was it for third?
For third was B.
B. So your third place was the Weller Foolproof.
Okay.
Okay. All right. And in second place for me was B, which was the Weller Foolproof.
And for me, it was D.
So we flip-flopped these two. So again, second place for me, third place for Andrew, third place for me, second place for Andrew, which means first place.
We both have it.
Unfortunately.
Dang it.
Maker's Mark Cellar Aged.
Wow. So, can I just say that these first 3, like, truly, I was going back and forth. Like, Nathan was like, all right, dude, we got to finish this video sometime. I could not figure it out. And each of them, I think I was saying, like, each one brought something different to the table, and it was just about how you're feeling.
Yeah.
Or what you're valuing.
Mm-hmm. You want to show them your drawings, like what your thought process is behind this?
Yeah, sure.
Because it's interesting. I found it to be really like mind-blowing to see a visual representation of what you nose, taste, and finish on a piece of paper.
Yeah, you might think this is, I don't know, the workings of a madman, or has no basis in fact, which it probably doesn't. But I was thinking, like, I watch a lot of Whiskey Tube, and I was thinking, like, what could I offer in the sense of that I don't have, like, high IQ taste buds like him, where he can just pick out stuff. You'll see me, like, yesing him a lot. Because I'm like, yeah, that's what it is. But I was thinking, like, how can I visually represent that? So, for example, this was the first one, which is what...
That was A, which was fifth place. This was last.
For you. No, for both of us.
For both of us.
So my thought was, like, if you start here on the left and you evaluate the nose, then you start sort of going up the scale for your nose, and then as you continue into the palate, the line might separate or from the center line. So depending on the breadth of the flavors or the spices that you're getting, you might get further away as the palate kind of goes on, and then kind of come back down depending on your finish here at the end. So, like, if you have a really strong finish, you might see this line continue to the end and maybe not even converge at the center line. So basically the lines are deviating from the center to show, like, your palate expanding and contracting, if you can think about it that way. It'll
eventually come back down,
right.
But, you know, on an 11-inch piece of paper, it might not. On something as crazy as, like, what was the cellar age? What did that picture look like?
So that was number one.
So this is his drawing for the Maker's cellar age.
So comparatively, this one right here in my right hand is the cellar age. So
that's what I call a flavor blast.
Yeah. So I wrote thick with 2 C's because you could see it kind of expand, and the flavor was so intense there in the middle. And then I wrote sweet, and you can see as you get down to the finish, right, there's, like, much more of an expansive, lasting finish. In fact, I don't think I even had the lines come together, because at the time I was drawing this, I didn't have...
Because the finish just kept going and going and going?
Yeah, it didn't come back together. I would think that, I was talking to Nathan about this too, that maybe what you would want in a bourbon or in a whiskey is for these lines to sort of stay... Maybe the perfect bourbon would be, it starts out... Your nose is pretty high up here, and then your line sort of stays straight, and there's not a lot of curves. Maybe if you're following that, because it's a consistent block of flavor throughout the experience.
And I feel like with that, like, if you had, like, somewhat of a straighter line with that, the palate's following what you find on the nose.
Good point.
You know, a lot of times, like, when you know something and you're expecting something off of the palate, and you go to the palate and it doesn't have what you found on the nose, it's a disappointment. You know?
Yeah.
And I feel like with a nice straight line, something that might start off not on the deviation line, a little bit higher off, and you're just following that line, and the finish just slowly, gradually just falls. You know, I feel like that visual representation of what you're tasting, in my opinion, work of genius.
So kind. I would be curious, though, if you do find the time to comment or whatever. Do you think that says merit this visual representation has merit, or do you think it doesn't make any sense at all? So
I feel like from person to person, that's going to change.
Right.
And it's like off of what you as the viewer, if you taste something and know something and finish, what your specific line for like the Rebel 100, like this is available for everybody. The makers private selects, each one of them is different, but they still offer somewhat of the same flavor profiles. They might differ in other ways, like you guys are going to see tomorrow in the short, but nonetheless, I think everybody's is going to be a little bit different.
Yeah. Yeah, maybe it offers something that, if you're like, oh, I pick out caramel and vanilla and brown sugar on everything, like what else could I find?
Exactly.
Maybe that would help.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But with that said,
this was fun. Thank you.
This was a lot of fun. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you've had the opportunity to try any of these whiskeys on the table, let me know what you think would come out in first for you. But until next time, this has been Nathan
and Andrew
with the Everyday Drinker. Cheers.